Hello, Westford. Democrat Lori Trahan of Westford was declared state primary winner for the 3rd District congressional seat after a recount. The gas explosions in Andover, North Andover, and Lawrence hit home in Westford. And the executive director of the Merrimack Repertory Theater paid a visit to WestfordCAT studio. I'm Nancy Burns, a WestfordCAT board member and guest news anchor for this week's show. WestfordCAT News is next. Before we get started, I'd like to remind you to subscribe to our free daily newsletter with all the latest Westford news delivered to your inbox. Just visit westfordcatnews.org and click on the red subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. After a recount for the Democratic state primary, the 3rd congressional district race has a winner, and it's Westford resident Lori Trahan. Trahan won over Dan Coe of Andover by a razor-thin margin of only 145 votes out of almost 89,000 cast. Trahan will now face Republican Rick Green of Pepperell in the November 6th election. WestfordCAT has invited Trahan to the studio for an interview. Stay tuned, and we'll let you know when that happens. The gas explosions and fires that took place on September 13th in Andover, North Andover, and Lawrence prompted news director Joyce Polino Crane to talk with 2 experienced National Grid technicians to get their view of what could have caused this tragedy. Jim Mariolis, Vice President of Union Local 12012, has 3 decades of experience working with gas lines. Jim Pittman, street technician, has been working on gas lines for 16 years. Both live in Westford. Here's Mariolis.
I mean, obviously, there's still an ongoing investigation right now. But based on what we've heard, I mean, when we hear things that we have heard reported, overpressurization, and generally that can happen by higher pressure of gas. Your distribution system has different pressured lines. In some cases, it's 60 pounds for the ease of transporting. But if it gets used, most of your gas that you have for your heating, hot water, homes, only needs 1/4 pound, or 7 inches water column. And how the line got overpressurized, they were doing quite a bit of work from what I understand. That's something that's been ongoing with a lot of companies replacing aged pipe out in the field. And certainly it must have been something related to those lines being replaced.
Right.
And then you have to tie in the new line into some of the existing lines as you go along. And when they said that, what we heard, I believe, I haven't confirmed.
Right,
but
this is all speculation.
It's all speculative. There was a sensor line, and when I hear sensor line, it's some kind of a regulator. And a regulator basically is what is used to take gas from a higher pressure, transporting pressure, to a usable pressure, which you would use in your neighborhood for your local residences and to deal with some of the older lines. Because cast iron has been around over 100 years. And some of the older infrastructure in the neighborhoods have been fine with these cast iron lines. But to transport the demand, you have the higher pressure, so you'll have those lines. You'll need to keep these regulator stations. So it's very possible that something of that nature could have happened.
An 18-year-old man died inside a car when a Lawrence house exploded and the chimney landed on the car. The gas lines in Andover, North Andover, and Lawrence are under the jurisdiction of Columbia Gas of Massachusetts, based in Westboro. National Grid was not involved in the explosions. In other news about the gas explosions, the Upper Merrimack Valley Medical Reserve Corps, based in Westford, deployed 20 volunteers to shelters in Andover and Lawrence, and 10 more to the Recovery Resource Center in Lawrence. These members worked in tandem with other MRC units to fill a range of staffing needs. The national network of over 900 MRCs recruits, trains, and deploys volunteers for emergencies. MRC members also help communities with non-urgent projects, such as flu clinics and public health programs. Visit the website for the local unit, umvmrc.org, for details. Full disclosure, I'm not only a WestfordCAT board member, I'm also the coordinator for the local MRC unit. Now that school is back in session, Nashoba Tech's culinary arts students are busy making and serving meals for the customers at the school's Elegant Chef restaurant. The restaurant is open to the public Tuesdays through Fridays from 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Reservations are not needed. Chef instructors Fran Zetgraft, Carly Capraro, and Jeremy Boussier are teaching students to prepare and serve lunch. Meal prices generally range from $7.50 to $9.95. The Elegant Chef has won the Best Entree category 6 times in the past 11 years at the Nashoba Valley Chamber of Commerce's Taste of Nashoba Valley competition, held every March. This past spring, the crew won 2 awards, Best Dessert and Best Presentation. The ever-popular Friday buffet will return on October 5. For more information and to have a menu sent to you, call 978-692-9958. Bonnie Butkus, Executive Director of the Merrimack Repertory Theater, came by the WestfordCAT studio on September 14th to update us on the upcoming season. Here's Butkus speaking with News Director Joyce Polino-Crane.
You'll find a lot of theaters are not producing as many women or people of color, and we're really trying to change that. Very diverse community that we serve here in this region.
That's for sure.
And we're really trying to reflect that in our work. The first comedy of the season, which is in previews right now and will open this Saturday, is Native Gardens. It's a great play by Karen Zacharias, one of my favorite playwrights. She just has a knack for writing comedies with a bite underneath it that really gets you thinking and keeps you laughing. So Native Gardens tells the story of an older couple in a DC neighborhood, an older white couple who have this beautiful garden, this beautiful home. A younger Latinx couple moves in next door.
Uh-oh.
They discover there's a little property dispute and things go wildly awry from there.
To watch the entire Main Street show, visit westfordcat.org. Here's news from Town Hall.
Hi, I'm Jody Ross, your town manager, here with a weekly update. So we have a lot going on right now in the town. A couple of the things that you can learn about is the town has recently formed a town and school safety task force. And this is a new task force that has some of your elected officials on it, along with town staff, that are looking at our town municipal buildings and our schools and making sure we're doing everything we can to keep them safe and keep the occupants safe, and of course our students and our teachers and our municipal employees. A couple other things going on right now is the new center building, which will replace the old fire station, is going to be, we'll be seeking money to demolish that at the annual town meeting, and we are designing a new center building to relocate town offices into that building and also provide for a larger meeting room so that everyone can come and attend our meetings. So speaking of town meetings, we have one coming up October 15th at the Abbott Gym at 7 o'clock. We changed the time from 7:30, so it will be 7 p.m. A couple of things that you will see, there are right now 10 articles on the warrant, and a couple of the ones that are maybe interesting to you are that we recently are putting a new water system in the Vinebrook Estates, and that subdivision is looking to have their streets paved by the town. That will be on the warrant for the residents to consider. We also have a Board of Health article in to do some baseline testing at the asphalt plant, and they're seeking $10,000 to do that before the asphalt plant is built. If you remember the senior and low-income disabled tax relief program, they do have an article we call the committee slider. There is an article that is going before the town meeting. The Finance Committee did vote in favor. The selectmen are considering that at their upcoming meeting on September 25th. Couple other things, we're looking to enter a payment in lieu of taxes, a pilot program with the solar farm up at 540 Groton Road, and we will explain that to you. And then we've got a few other articles. So I encourage you to attend our town meeting, be involved, let your vote count, and we look forward to seeing you there on October 15th. So that's it for this week. Thank you.
Sage, a black and white rabbit, is available for adoption at the Lowell Humane Society. Here's production coordinator Patty Stocker with more.
If you're looking for a quiet and cuddly friend, this chill little bunny Sage is available now for adoption at the Lowell Humane Society. Here is shelter volunteer coordinator Marie Belargin with more information on Sage and how rabbits make wonderful pets.
Hi, my name is Marie Belargin. I'm a volunteer coordinator here at Lowell Humane Society. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Sage, one of our adoptable rabbits today. Sage is about 3 years old, and she came into the shelter because her previous owners were moving. She did live with some children, older children, 11 and 12-year-olds, and she did really well with them. Her previous owner's favorite thing about her is that she is a very sweet rabbit. They said she was a pleasure to have in the home. She loves to get petted, and she was easy to pick up, no issues with that. If handled incorrectly, rabbits can actually injure themselves, so whenever you're lifting them or picking them up, you want to make sure that they're well supported. So, rabbits make great pets if you know what you're getting yourself into. Although they are often kept in cages, many rabbits would actually much prefer to be in more of a free range type situation, or at the very least like a large pen. Often they can be litter box trained, although it does take a little bit of patience while they're getting the hang of it. In terms of diet, one really big misconception with rabbits is that they love carrots and they can have carrots all the time. Carrots are actually not great for them to have as a staple in their diet. Certainly vegetables and leafy greens, things like that are important, but too much carrot is actually bad for them because it's really high in sugar. They should also have a diet of a good Timothy hay-based pellet. Also, they should have a lot of hay, fresh hay in their diet as well. Since she's been here at the shelter, a lot of our volunteers have really enjoyed spending time with her. And as you can see, she's very comfortable here.
If you'd like to learn more about Sage or are interested in making a donation, volunteering, fostering a pet, or filling their wish list, visit lowellhumanesociety.org. They're located at 951 Broadway Street in Lowell. Call 978-452-7781. You can also find them on Facebook. For WestfordCAT, I'm Patty Stocker.
Hi everyone, I'm Rekha Sharma, your Ayurveda practitioner, back with a new health tip for WestfordCAT News. Today I'm going to talk about chayote. Chayote is naturally rich in vitamin C and helps to reduce the inflammation of joints and tendinitis. It is excellent as seasonal detox. It boosts the immune system. It has high amount of folate and prevents the risk of heart disease and stroke. It is rich in vitamin K, B6 and zinc. Regular intake of chayote improves the thyroid function, cramping in legs. It balances the fire element of the body. You can add steamed chayote to your vegetable and curries. Chayote can also be cooked with lentils. If you have any allergies, please contact your PCP before consuming. I'll be back with a new health tip. Bye for now.
There's a touch of fall in the air. Let's see what weather.com is forecasting. Here's WestfordCAT Marketing Outreach Director Sarah Fletcher with suggestions for things to do in the area.
Thanks, Nancy. The Parish Center for the Arts is holding a night of laughs with Paul Nardizzi and Rob Steen on Saturday, September 29th at 8:30 p.m. Nardizzi has appeared on Conan O'Brien, Comedy Central, and is the winner of the Boston Comedy Festival competition. Steen has been featured on several TV shows, including The Late Show with David Letterman and Viva Variety on Comedy Central. Tickets are $23 for PCA members and $25 for non-members and are available online at mktix.com. For more information, check out westford.com/PCA. The Fletcher Library has a Teen and Tween Advisory Board open to all Westford students in grades 5 through 12. Students who want to share ideas and work with others should consider joining the board. The first meeting takes place on Saturday, September 29th from 3 to 4 p.m. at the library. If interested, stop by the Youth Services Department. Call 978-399-2307 or email nboutet@westfordmass.gov. Though it's a while away, tickets are on sale now for a bus tour of Westford's main roads. Learn about conservation and recreation spots, as well as the history of the town's transformation from a farm town to a mill town to the Westford of today. It takes place on October 20th from 1 to 2:30 p.m. The hour-and-a-half tour will cover 289 years of history. Tour guide Ellen Hardy is a 50-year resident and co-author of the League of Women Voters book, Westford, A Sense of Community. Register through the Rodenbush Community Center at rodenbush.org. Tickets are $7 for Westford residents. I'm Sarah Fletcher, Marketing Outreach Manager for WestfordCAT. Back to you, Nancy.
That's it for now, Westford. We leave you with photos from Fallapalooza at the Millworks on September 15. The event benefited local nonprofit organizations.